Hello everyone, my name is Vatsal Gaonkar and I'm a product manager for enterprise planning at Alithya. Through this video, I will be sharing my top 5 features in EPM Cloud for calendar year 2021. I did a similar video for calendar year 2020, so let me follow through with that tradition. Let's get at it then. My top feature for 2021 is the ability to create multi-cube freeform application in EPM Cloud. Up to 12 plan types with varying dimensional models can be created within this kind of an application. I would like to tell you about 3 important characteristics of this kind of an application as I see it. Elastic design is the first characteristic. The framework of this type of EPM Cloud application does not require any dimensional prerequisites, thereby removing dimensional model constraints that would be encountered if you were to enable a planning custom or a planning module type application. You can create flexible and scalable solutions suited to your business needs. Currently at Alithya, we have a freeform implementation in flight for a non-finance use case wherein business metrics are being brought into the application on a daily basis into a time granularity dimension that is by day. The second characteristic I want to talk to you about is how quickly you can create this application. I call it robust enablement. A free-form application can be created in many ways. If you are an on-premises customer of 11.124 or a later version, you can migrate the S-Base outline readily from your on-premises environment to create this application. You can also create this application using LCM snapshots, or you can create it from scratch using a user-friendly application creation wizard. In a future release, coming up shortly here, you will be able to create this application through an Excel template. So that's my second characteristics. My third characteristics is what I call unified platform. The biggest benefit using freeform application would be the ability to create a unified reporting platform across whether it's planning applications, close and consolidation applications, or profitability applications. Even today in our implementations, we have separate purpose-built application for planning alone that satisfy needs such as margin planning, demand and supply planning, or other corporate functions planning such as marketing. Freeform provides an ability to have one unified reporting view in an application owing to its flexible dimensional model. Furthermore, you can bring to bear state-of-the-art artifacts in EPM Cloud platforms such as Groovy scripting, EPM connections, you name it, to create an enhanced user experience and application integrations. For those reasons, I specified multi-cube freeform applications is my top 2021 feature released to EPM Cloud. Next, I want to talk to you about server-side execution of EPM Automate commands. What server-side execution means is that you can run EPM Automate commands without installing EPM Automate utility, thereby creating a true cloud-based solution for EPM Cloud implementations. Why this development is important is because since the advent of EPM Cloud, most implementations, especially for larger enterprises that I've been involved with, have had a need for an automation server in order to carry out lights out automation. Use cases of such lights out automations are like updates to master data on a periodic basis, loading of month-end close actuals, undertaking other salient application processes during your planning cycle, and executing robust archival and disaster recovery backups. How you can use Groovy scripts and calculation manager rules to undertake most of the activities I just mentioned is what forms the framework for server-side execution. For example, you can carry out migration between environments using a series of REST API invocations and server-side EPM Automate command invocations that are all encapsulated in a Groovy business rule. Pretty powerful. Server-side execution provides the best opportunity out there today to manage pure cloud environments, whether completely through a software as a service architecture or a combination of software as a service, and infrastructure as a service architecture. Since module-based planning came to EPM Cloud, most of my implementation have required us to separate modules such as Workforce into its own application, mainly owing to data protection needs. Cell-level security, or CLS for short, in EPM Cloud provides an ability to have all these modules in one application and yet be able to override existing security, which then prevents users from seeing sensitive data. In this case, since it's Workforce, that would be salary data. One use case we have deployed this feature is where a company has its entity dimension organized by regions and branches. While regional managers should be able to see data in aggregate for the region or for the branches, they should not be able to see employee salary data in branches. Using this feature, a simple rule can be written and assigned to regional managers or a group of regional managers, which prevents them from seeing salary data, all the while they can still see total expenses for the branch. The exceptional security requirement goes back a long time in terms of what the customers have needed. So cell-level security has provided a user-friendly and quick implementation feature to essentially create different security levels within plan types of one planning application. Next, I want to talk to you about Intelligent Performance Management. That is IPM for short. This is the newest data science feature released in EPM Cloud. The feature itself is called IPM Insights, which run machine learning algorithms on datasets within the application. The data could be historical data or forecasted data, let's say that's in planning. The pre-built algorithms in IPM Insight will run on multidimensional planning models to depict, say, variance in your historical data, such as variance between your prior year actuals and prior year forecasts. Oracle calls this a forecast variance or bias insight. The second type of pre-built insight is called prediction insight, wherein the algorithm will try and uncover any significant deviations between two predicted scenarios or forecasted scenarios. A good use case here is to compare a planner's bottoms-up scenario to a computer-generated scenario, which, let's say, you could create using EPM Auto Predict feature. Finally, another type of insight in IPM Insights is called an anomaly insight that tracks data in actuals, let's say, to weed out any anomalies such as significant increases in 1 month as opposed to a normal pattern in months prior. IPM Insight feature not only has all these pre-built content, but it also has another feature that is very important to discuss. This feature lets administrators import a third-party machine learning algorithm into EPM Cloud to gauge deviations and anomalies, much like the pre-built algorithms. The ML model, or the machine learning model import, allows to import from standard ML platforms and languages such as Python, SAS, and R programming. You can readily integrate these models into data forms and dashboards, thereby facilitating a very rich user experience. As the data changes, the insight will be readily updated based on the ML model which is trained in this EPM Cloud model. As many times you run the model with new training sets of data, the better the insight will be. So it is fair to say that machine learning algorithms are beginning to make their way into EPM Cloud Platform in a big way, especially with this feature allowing to import third-party algorithms that could be written by a data science team. Finally, I want to talk about the enhancements to user experience via many features that were released in calendar year 2021. The Redwood experience in EPM Cloud enhances user experience with allowing for up to 25 dynamic tabs within a card. So what are dynamic tabs? Dynamic tabs allow you to view multiple artifacts on a single page. For example, as an administrator, you can think about being able to update data forms for planning on the fly as you're viewing the result in another tab. This you cannot do with standard appearances or interfaces in EPM Cloud. With Redwood theme or Redwood interface or Redwood experience, you can. The Redwood interface also allows to scale the view of your application artifacts by minimizing navigation panes at the top, thereby giving you more real estate to play with. While talking about user experience, I would be remiss if I do not mention all the cool enhancements that have come to Oracle Smart View for Office. I'm going to concentrate on Microsoft Excel here. First one I would like to talk about is an ability to drill down in ad hoc using multiple member selections. For the longest time, my EPM Cloud customers have been looking for this feature or this parity to their on-premises Excel add-in where they could select multiple members and conduct actions such as drill down, remove only, or keep only. Now they can do that in EPM Cloud with Smart View. In the same vein is another feature now available in Smart View which gives the user the experience, enhanced experience that is, when they're drilling down on shared members or shared member hierarchies. Next, I want to talk about Flex Forms in Smart View. Flex Forms allow users to open data forms in Smart View and then manage the row and columns dynamically. So you can keep moving rows or adding rows and columns as well dynamically. Flex Forms retain standard data form properties such as running business rules, action menus, validation rules, to name a few. Users can rearrange row and column members in the grid layout and yet have all the features of the standard data form. Most of our customers at Alithya who wish to provide flexibility to their end users outside the grid layout constraints of standard data forms deploy flex form counterparts of those standard data forms. Another cool update in Oracle Smart View in 2021 is the ability to open books of either reports or documents using this new extension called the EPM Books extension for Smart View. Using this extension and use cases where user can open reporting books in Excel from the web application and change POVs much like they would in web. We've already spoken about cell level security. Cell level security is for us a user experience enhancement as it lets us manage what a user can or cannot see by overriding their existing application security. Now in EPM Cloud, you can do all that you do in ad hoc Smart View in the web itself. The web ad hoc feature provides the ability for users to either start from scratch or create an ad hoc in the web by using a current data form context. Pretty powerful if you want to just stay in the confines of EPM Cloud to do ad hocing. Enhancements were also made to dashboards in 2021. Dashboards now allow you to directly access form instructions and to also expand the amount of text allowed in commentary dashboards objects to up to 2,000 characters. Dashboard flexible layouts use enlarged handles now that you can use to expand and restore the dashboard object. Updates have been made to make the handles and borders that resize objects in flexible dashboard more prominent. That concludes for what I consider as top features in EPM Cloud for 2021. If you have questions or queries, please write to us at infosolutions@alithya.com. As usual, thank you very much for being a great audience.